Right lads, what is going on boys? Welcome everybody back to another video and another objectives guide. Today we're going to be looking at the team of the season, Maxime Lopez, who looks like an incredibly good and agile, I'm not sure on his body type, we'll have a look in a second, but 92 dribbling, 92 passing, can already tell he's going to feel quite nice on the ball. 83 plus in every single stat. This is like your dream midfielder player. Now lads, if you guys are new to objective guides, basically we go over all of the new objectives, we'll give you guys some in-game examples, and if necessary we'll even jump into a game and for a specific objective just to show you guys how I get it done. Now lads, we're going to go through each of these one by one. We've also built up a squad builder ready for you guys to have a look at, and we are going to go ahead and jump into a squad battles game whilst recording, and I'm going to show you guys an example for the outside of the box goal. Now if we start off lads, we've got score 4 outside of the box goals using Serie A players in squad battles on at least semi-pro. Now although this is on at least semi-pro, the rest of the objectives are on world class, or this one's on world class, the others are on professional, this one is on professional. So if you want, you could literally switch it down to semi-pro just for the outside the box goals if you're not quite comfortable doing on world class, and you want to bump it up to world class or professional. We're probably world class so you can get the assist 4 goals whilst doing this at the same time, because it needs to be on at least professional to get the wins. But if you can't get the outside of a box goal on professional, then obviously be a little bit of an issue, right? Because you're going to have to bump that down. You'll probably waste a full game because you'll have to bump that down to semi-pro, and obviously that won't count towards the rest of the objectives. So I'll show you guys. I'm going to give you outside of the box goal on world-class difficulty for you guys as well. I'll show you guys how I do it. But the score 4 outside the box goals using Serie A players, assist 4 goals using French players, score using centre mids, which just to clarify, make sure your actual position is a centre mid in the centre mid position. Make sure they're not a cam in the centre mid position, a CDM in the centre mid position. Make sure they are actually a centre mid. If you got a CDM, you'll have to position modify the CDM to a centre mid. Win 8 matches in squad battles on at least professional with 11 French players, and you also get yourself a team of the season swaps 2 token. Now lads, if this is a squad builder we have come up with and built. As you can see, we've got the 2 centre mids, we've got a full French side, and we've also got a little bit of a Serie A triangle here. So triangle, rectangle, I don't know, it's a triangle, it's not a fucking rectangle, Davis, but anyways, you've got your Serie A boys, obviously French as well. Now we have gone for the silver striker up here because he is the only good French Serie A striker, unless you want to use 39 pace Oliver Giroud. Now this is going to come in at roughly 30,000 coins, alright lads. Prices may change, it might be 35,000 whilst you're watching, or it might be 20,000 whilst you're watching, but at the current point of time, I brought the squad for 30,000 coins. Left striker, we've got Anthony Martial, with our right striker being Nzola. Our left mid is Jonathan Bamba, with our 2 centre mids being Houssem Aouar and Rabiot. Our right mid is Icone, with our back 4 being Roussillon, Upamecano and Lacroix and Rosier. There's no gold rare French right back, so we're just going to have to settle with this Rosier card. And in there as well, we've gone for Areola. Now that you've bolted this team as well, now ignore the squad name as well, golden team. Let's just call it wasn't meant to be golden goal for the first one. Let's just call it something random. We'll just spam A, why not? Now that you've got your team, tip number 1, alright lads, is going to be the bench. You want to fill the bench up with some of your best players, because you can sub them on, you can sub them on as well. You could use a Serie A player on the bench, because if you don't, obviously, you need to get the Serie A outside the box goals, right? Now, it'll be quite tough to get a Serie A outside the box goal with Icone, Rabiot, or Nzola. So if you do have any Serie A players in your club, you can chuck them on the bench, then sub them on in minute 1. I don't really, to be honest. I'll be doing it with the Silver Nzola anyway, just to show you guys how simple it is. But now that we've filled out this bench, you've got your bench. You can use up to 3 super subs, so I could sub on Van Dijk, I could sub on Philip Lahm in the midfield, and Zaha in the attack if I am struggling. So now that you've got your team ready, you've got your bench ready, we're going to head on over to squad battles, and let's get into the examples. So we're going to go here to go into squad battles, and I'll just show you guys, we'll do it on world class as well. I'll show you guys how I do it. As you can see, you get given 4 games each refresh. I've given us an 85 rated squad with 50 chemistry, which necessarily, I don't know, there's some good players in there. I don't really want to play that, so we're going to use one of our refreshes, and there we go. I've given us a 67 rated squad with 47 chemistry. Yeah, we should be able to beat this. Remember, you can do the outside the box goals on semi-pro if you want, but you need to get the assist 4 goals on world class, so we may as well get 2 birds with 1 stone. If you're not comfortable enough on world class, then you can do professional for the squad battles, and then obviously just try to get the assist 4 goals on world class on a different day or in a separate time. But world class, and just to say, show you guys proof that I'm going into the game on world class, so you guys know that I'm actually getting this outside of a box goal on world class difficulty, and I'm not cheating or anything like that. We're going to load in, and as you can see, world class, everything's done. Let's load into the game. Loaded so fast, we didn't even see it. Now, what you want to do is you could go to attacking or stay balanced, but you want to move your centre mids or one of your centre mid up to striker anyway. Like, these have already moved up from my last custom tactics, but for example, this is how it should be looking when you go into the game. You can move one of your centre mids up to striker to try and get that centre mid goal. So we'll just swap Houssem Aouar and Anthony Martial, then we'll use one of our super subs. Let's sub on Philip Lahm right there. So as you can see, we've got our Serie A trio. We're going to be trying to score an outside of a box goal with Nzola, Rabiot or Icone for the Serie A outside the box goal, but we've also got Houssem Aouar, who we want to try score with, and the reason we've moved him up to striker is because he's a centre mid and we need to try get centre mid goals. Right, go on, Anthony Martial, who's not been subbed off yet, and Zola. We want to get the outside of a box goal. So there's lots of ways you could try and position yourself to try and get the finesse shot if you want, or you can just try power up a shot. Not all the power. As you can see, keep an eye on the power bar. That's outside. We take that shot. Sadly, the keeper does save it though, which is going to happen. With outside of a box goal, it is just, a compilation of trying, if you will. You want to keep trying until you eventually get it. With your Serie A player as well, Icone is a Serie A player, so we can try get the outside of a box goal with him. Finesse shot, 4 battles going in. Look at that from Rabiot. Now, I probably could have sent Houssem Aouar through there, but I am really focused on this outside the box goal. And Zola with a shot. See, it does fall to Houssem Aouar. We will take that. Now, obviously, that's not the outside the box goal, but boom, that's our centre mid goal done for that match. Perfect. Houssem Aouar, that's a centre mid one done. Now, if you want, you could sub Houssem Aouar off if you wish. If you do have any Serie A super subs, obviously this would be ideal, but we can bring on Zaha now if you want. We've got the centre mid goal done for this match. Tick. Easy. Done. Got Icone, get that shot through. Once again, another save. Now, was that outside of the box? I'm not sure. It was with a Serie A player. I registered the shot when it was outside the box, but when the shot was actually performed, it was inside. Let's see, did that count? Did that count? Is there a way to actually check if it did or not? No, as you can see, all of his attempts, all of them have been like inside the box. As you can see, or outside the box, most of them anyway. But as you can see, that one was indeed inside of the box, sadly. That's definitely outside. And we hit the post! Oh my god, boys, this is very painful, right? But we could have easily had, that could have easily been outside of a box goal, and then boom, that's that done. But obviously, I'm doing this on world class. I'm like, you know what, let's test myself. Now, obviously, if you want to do it on a world class because you want to get the assist done at the same time, that's probably the way to go. But you could knock it down to professional, and then you'd have to do the assist 4 goals with French players in like a separate one. I believe you have the option to do that in Rivals as well. But it is once again just, can you get the outside the box goal? Come on. Probably one of our last attempts here. Goes over. Now, we've moved Icone, we've moved Nzola to the 2 striker partnership, and we've probably taken like 20 goals between them. We've hit the post, keepers pulled off some saves, but that's just a game in it. You just got to keep trying. You got to keep trying, and you'll eventually get it. And there we go, I believe that is game. And although we didn't get the outside of the box goal as I said we were trying to do, we got the score with a centre mid, and obviously we got the win. And the beauty of this as well, once we played a really poor team, we got that done. We're going to get some points for it as well once it was on world class difficulty. And once it was against a really poor team, we get the option to refresh once again. I'll show you guys how the progress is updated again in a second, but as you can see, we can now go ahead and we can update that. If it loads, we can go ahead and have the option to refresh once again. So we can refresh and we can play. They haven't really given us a really poor team this time, but I've given us, this is not bad. There's some good players off Chem, so you could once again play that on world class, or you could bump it down to professional. Or if you really are struggling for the outside the box goals, you can do it on semi-pro, but that just means it will be an extra game played for you because your assists and your wins will not count, especially the wins part, because the win 8 matches, as you can see, has to be on at least professional difficulty. But from that first game, we got the win 8 matches done, we got a score using that centre mid, which was Houssem Aouar, and we got assist 4 goals using French players. Easy it does it, boys. You just want to keep working towards our outside of a box goal. Good luck, lads. Happy grinding.